Hey everybody, welcome back to Wax the Slabs. Clay along with Subby, and man, we're looking clean today.
Oh
looking
man,
fit with some new shirts. I like it.
shirts.
I got my name on it, or I can't even tell what side it's on. Got my name on it, so I can remember my name.
I know, and I can remember yours. You can remember mine.
It helps.
Yep, and check out the back. I don't know if anybody can see.
Stand up. Go ahead. Stand up for a second. Yeah, look at that. Where every card has a story.
Yes.
That's our tagline for sure. Hey, we're very excited to join you this week as we have another episode of Wax the Slabs. And Subby, we're getting closer to open up the new store. We'll talk a little bit about that here in just a little bit. Still waiting on some things from the state of Missouri. But the store is pretty much ready to go. But some big news. We've had a lot of different big things happen over this last couple of days that will infect card prices, that will infect the hobby. So let's kind of dive into it a little bit. Starting off with the Royals. Our beloved Kansas City Royals are still making a charge towards the playoffs. Still in contention, maybe?
Yes, and I do believe that as we get closer to October baseball, I don't think anybody expected the Royals to be playing even 500 ball. They're about 4 games over 500 right now. They're playing decent. Now that they've expanded the roster, now what are they going to do with Jack Caglianone? He's coming back from an injury. He's doing rehab assignment in Omaha.
Okay.
And he's been hitting the crap out of the ball. I believe he's batting well over 300. He has 4 home runs. I believe they played 9 games. So, they're going to put him back on a roster. Where does he fit in? I mean, who are they going to drop? I mean, right now they're playing pretty good baseball. When they first brought Jack up, it was the kind of help to kind of
get the offense rolling a little bit more.
Exactly. That kind of pick up the offensive a little bit with the Kansas City Royals and maybe give that little spark to the Royals. And, he started off hot, but then he ended up with, I believe, about a 194 average in 30-plus games. So it's tough. It's tough. You don't want to burn a guy out. You want to bring him up the right way.
Right.
I feel like they brought him up a little bit early. It was a little bit of a shock to me. I figured now would be the time that they would bring him up. But regardless, Kansas City Royals playing some great ball right now. It's exciting. Nobody thought that they would even be in playoff contention right now.
Right, here they are.
They're fighting for that wild card spot.
Yep.
So good job, Kansas City Royals.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Kansas City Chiefs. Shifting gears, we're a week away from the kickoff to the regular season for Kansas City Chiefs and all NFL football. And the Chiefs, this past week, they traded off Sky Moore and Carson Steele.
Yeah, they let Carson Steele go, and that to me, Sky Moore, it wasn't quite as a surprise with what Carson Steele was. I liked him since he came up.
Right.
With the long flowing hair. I don't know if it was that Fabio lookalike or what the deal was, but
I can't believe it's not but
the guy was a brute.
Oh yeah.
And he reminded me so much of one of my favorite players as I was growing up, Mike Allstott.
Okay.
And he played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and just a massive guy that would plow through the lines like you wouldn't believe. And I was kind of hoping maybe he might develop into somebody like that. And but nonetheless, they made a couple big moves there. But if you take a look at their depth chart right now, Clay,
it doesn't look very deep.
From the running back perspective, no. But I tell you what, the wide receivers, even though they let Sky Moore go, one of the best in the league, I think.
Yeah, very, very true. And we'll kind of see how it plays out. We'll see what their game plan is behind it. Free up some cap room, maybe. Who knows for sure exactly what they're looking at on the financial side of it too. So, but speaking of financials, NFL financials, big trade happened just yesterday. Micah Parsons got traded from the Dallas Cowboys to the Green Bay Packers. On the field, that's going to be huge. There's going to be huge implications for that, for both Dallas and for Green Bay. And financially, though, Record-setting. Wow.
It was record-setting, so he is going to be the highest-paid non-quarterback player in the NFL. Now, granted, Micah Parsons has been a beast since he's come up, and kind of a crazy note on that I read last night was that once they had the contract in front of Micah and his agent, they went back to Dallas and they said, "Listen, we are going to give you a chance here," and Dallas said,
"No,
see you later."
Wow.
And so a little bit surprising in that regard. You know, I mean, I think there was a lot of disappointment in the locker room once word came out that Micah Parsons was leaving.
Yeah, wow, and I can't believe that the dollar amount behind him that took them to get him to leave the team, but nonetheless, could be a player to watch out for, a good guy maybe to invest in now to see how the season goes, and by mid-season could have a really big player on your hand. Who knows?
Yeah, and most people don't think much about, most collectors don't think about defensive guys as investments, but I'm telling you, through the years, they are a decent investment, especially somebody with the caliber of play style like Micah Parsons. Yeah. You know, your T.J. Watts. Those cards are they hold a premium. So yeah, Micah Parsons, maybe a change of pace over to Green Bay. It's going to be awfully interesting when Green Bay and Dallas plays during the holidays this year.
It'll be very interesting to see that one. Something to keep your eye out for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, hey, Subby, we are always talking about, you know, big card sales, and we followed some quite a bit since we started the podcast earlier this year. Here we are getting closer to the kickoff to the 2025-26 NFL season. We're a week away from the regular season. We're excited about that. But a basketball card has broken another record for the most valuable card ever sold. And Mr. Wonderful, not you. Not me.
I thought you were talking about me.
Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. Mr. Wonderful invested, what is it? What'd you say, $12.5 million?
I think $12.5 million.
On a single card, sports card. Wow.
Yeah, and it actually broke the ongoing record of the highest sports card ever sold of the 52 Mantle.
Wow.
And I don't know, Clay, but I have kind of mixed feelings all the way around. Now I know Kevin O'Leary came out and he did say that actually putting sports cards as an asset.
Make it an asset class, yeah.
Yes, and you know, about a year and a half ago, Forbes magazine ranked sports card investments as like the 5th most popular, safest investment in the ongoing times we're having across the entire world, for that matter. Now, the question is, since it pretty much unchaired the 52 Mantle record for a more modern card, what is that saying to the hobby? Is that saying that modern cards are what we need to be investing in? Is that going to drive the vintage market down? I don't know.
I don't think so. And here's why. Because the card that Kevin bought for $12.5 million is a Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. So those guys are more on the vintage side, the newer side. But this card is a newer card, and it has logos, the logo man from each of their jerseys. They're autographed. It's a very specialty card. It's I don't think that card, compared to the Mantle card, it really compares each other. So I don't think it's going to hurt the vintage price as much as you think. But I do see the argument of, are modern cards more valuable than vintage cards? I see that becoming a question, but I don't think this sale is a direct reflection of modern versus vintage. So I think you're okay for a little bit.
Okay. You had me worried there.
Okay.
Yeah, and I do agree in that. I've heard arguments on both sides on that specific topic, and it is a very iconic card, and I think that's where we have to focus on are the iconic cards. Now, maybe at some point in time somebody's cleaned out their attic. Hopefully, it's mine.
Yeah.
And they find a mint Honus Wagner tobacco card and ends up selling for $14.5 million, and then we'll have that same argument on the vintage side. But very iconic card, and if nothing else, it's going to drive the overall hobby upwards.
Yeah, it's news for the hobby. It's big numbers for the hobby. It gets somebody says, "Wow, he just spent $12.5 million on a piece of cardboard." This is taking this asset class very serious, and I know Kevin has been very pro investing in sports cars for some time now. He's put out a lot of information that he's really looking at this as an asset class to be in for the future. So who knows? He has a game plan to build his portfolio, and he is Mr. Wonderful, so he knows all, to be exact.
He knows it, It's Shark Tank. You ever watch Shark Tank?
Oh, I love Shark Tank.
Hey, what do you think about Wax the Slabs? We got to come up with something for Shark Tank.
I think he'll be an investor.
He'll be an investor for Wax the Slabs. Awesome.
We don't have the Michael Jordan Colby Logo Man Auto dual.
No, but I have a 1982 PSA 10.
Okay.
Oakland A's.
Okay.
Shooty Babbitt rookie card.
Really? You think you'll be interested in that?
Yes, and there are just going to be a few of you that will know who Shooty Babbitt is. So if you don't know who he is,
do some research.
Do a little bit of research, and we'll talk about it next week.
Okay. Hey, let's talk a little bit about some new releases coming out, and then we'll dive into the core of what we want to talk about on today's episode. But we're here at Labor Day weekend. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this lakeside or on vacation or however you watch our episodes. We appreciate it. You can actually go back and look at all of the episodes now of Wax's Slabs on our website by going to waxeslabs.net. Go to the archive page, and you can view this episode and every episode all in one location. You can also find it on our Facebook page. But while you're out there enjoying your Labor Day weekend, watching us, getting into sports cards, just know the NFL season is kicking off, and cars are going to be hitting the shelf left and right. New products are coming out. We're ramping up. We're a week away, really, from sports card season really kicking off too.
It is, and we have to remember too that the all summer long everybody's been hoarding in on J.J. McCarthy and Caleb Williams, Bo Nix. I mean, investment time's over.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for these players to either put up or shut up type of deal. So we're going to see that football market really start to move up and down on certain players once the season begins.
Right.
So, and again, like you said, there are tons of new products that are coming out. Panini actually will be having, I do believe, what they had said, their last two products for football at the end of September.
Okay.
And those are going to be coming out around 26th of September. Two classic staples of the Walmart Target shelves, and that's going to be certified football and absolute football.
Okay, I like absolute, yeah.
Yep. So both of those will be coming in at the end of September. Now, let's see here. Yesterday, let's see, this would have been on Wednesday. We had, of course, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on some openings of Panini Origins football.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Origins was a very low-end product sitting on a shelf of Walmart for 2 seasons long.
Wow.
Now you get 7 cards in a box for $450.
Wow.
That has come down over just the last about 36 hours. Now you can actually buy them for about $450. When they coming out, they were on eBay for $700. $100 a card for Origins. Now, we talking about what's affecting the market. We could do a whole segment
just on that
pricing of these things. But we had Origins coming out It came out Wednesday. Panini Boys of Summer Baseball, which is also a hobby exclusive product, but it's kind of a cool product.
Neat little product,
A little bit expensive. NASCAR Racing come out for Select. Now I don't know if it's hit it here locally, but it will be coming out to local Targets and Walmarts. Today we have Panini Silhouette Basketball, Topps Chrome WWE Cactus Jack, which is a premium WWE product. And we have Topps Lights Out F1 Racing comes out today. So
keep my eyes out for that.
You enjoy your holiday weekend. You might be keeping your eyes open for that.
We're actually going to we're going to stop by Springfield on the way down to our destination location and go to a Pokemon show. So there might be some other cards there as well.
There might be. So and then of course there's several more products we'll talk about next week that's going to be coming out about the middle of September. And then of course the end of the month, that's when we're going to be seeing the classic certified and absolute through Panini, likely their last two football products possibly ever.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Wow, who knows what it's going to be for Panini. So we'll keep our eyes out for that. We might grab a couple of that. But Jim, let's kind of shift gears here just a little bit. We talk about these products and we talk about what people are investing in and what people are looking for. But what do you like to look for? When you go to a hobby shop, you and I are opening one. We're opening up a card shop.
We are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're spending a lot of time there.
Yeah.
Wax and slabs, yes. So what do you look for when you go to a card shop? What are the top things when you walk in there? Do you want to see products on the shelf? What type of products? What individual things you're looking for? What is it you want to see when you go shopping?
Well, first and foremost, when I find one, I really want to have good lighting.
Okay.
As I get a little older, I'm squinting a little bit more, wearing trifocals. I don't want to have to squint. I want to have plenty of lighting so I can see what I am looking at, number one, because it strains your eyes, especially going through. Another thing I also love in a hobby shop are dollar boxes or $2 boxes, $3 boxes. I can sit in a shop for hours and just go through these dollar boxes. But again, if you don't have good lighting, it puts a big strain on the eyes. Another thing that I really enjoy, and I don't think about it much until after I leave the shop.
Okay.
I want the owners or the workers to be friendly. I have ran across several shops in which the owners, typically the owners, it could be a worker that sits behind the counter in a chair and is sorting cards the whole time. I mean, you pretty much got to stand up there and say, excuse me, or, hey, can I ask a question or something? And most of them are very willing to help you.
Right.
But, they need to be on the other side of the counter.
About it. Yeah.
Yeah. They need to be talking and talk about the hobby. Now, some of the shops that I've had a good experience with that, I have left so knowledgeable about the hobby, and just a great feeling overall of leaving a hobby shop, learning something, and you know what? They're my first shop I hit to the next time I'm in the area.
Because you got more out of it than just cards.
Absolutely. What about you?
Well, I'm newer to the hobby. I've been to a handful of card shops, and I agree with you. The lighting is a big thing. I've been to some cards shops that were very dark, and you can't really see very well, dark and gloomy, and you just kind of, you look and then you get out type of thing. But atmosphere is very important, and I do think when you walk into a card shop, it's got to be well lit, got to be very organized is another thing, because when you go into a shop and they have, let's say, a display on the wall or a cabinet and it has all sorts of sports mixed together, it's kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
I'm just here to look for football. Well, point me in the direction of football. Hey, these are our dollar cards for football. Over here's our slabs. Here's the new packs. I like organization a lot because you can get very confused on, you might be looking for something specific, but then you see something else. I have ADHD. Hey, squirrel, and it pulls my attention away from me for a minute if something else jumps out at me. But yes, I like the organization, and I might get around to baseball, I might get around to soccer and other sports, but kind of have it organized and not so scattered and mixed up. That's one of my biggest things.
Yeah, absolutely. I am right there with you. Another thing while you were talking, I was thinking about was they go hand in hand. I'd love a shop where I can go in and all the prices are there for me on every card.
Easy to see.
Easy to see, prices on everything. In retrospect, I also love it when the owner of the shop is willing to make deals.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm going to pull out $150 cards out of a box and spend probably 2.5 hours in there, I'm hoping that I get a decent deal on those cards.
Right.
Now, some shops go in and, I mean, price is what it is.
Yeah.
But I do like when all the prices, and a lot of card shops, card shows you go to, they don't put prices on them because they're a little bit lazy, because prices fluctuate a little bit.
They do.
They don't want to sit there and have to relabel, reprice everything. I get it. But, you want to be able to know where your starting point is.
Right.
If a card is $100 and you do your own comp on it and say it's sitting at $93 for the last 2 or 3 sales, I'm going to sit there, I'm going to ask them and say, hey, can you do any better on that? And they said, yeah, that value has come down just a little bit. Let me work you up a deal. How about $85? Absolutely, and you pay for it. I love that interaction, that wheeling, dealing. That's all part of the hobby.
And I think they don't put prices on cards to have that interaction with people, but it doesn't come off that way, because when I'm looking at a card, like, he don't even have a price on it. He's probably going to want too much. I'm not even going to ask about it.
Exactly.
Type
That's
thing. But
exactly
if you see a price on it, and you're like, ooh, I'm willing to pay $50 for that. Or, ooh, 100's a little high. But could you do any better? It's a starting point.
It's a starting point.
You have to have it on there, and it has to be visible. When you're looking at the cases and you're looking at stuff on the wall, you don't want to open up the cases as much as you have to.
And then have to turn it around,
exactly.
Put it back, drop the card.
Put it right there on the front. You can see what it is, visible, make it easy to see, and start those conversations. And same with packs. You got a rack full of new product. Have the prices legible so you can see it, pick it up. If that's what you want, that's what you want. And you never know, you might get deals on new products as well.
Yes, and one final thing that I love.
Okay, what's that?
Because I've got hobbies and passions all enjoy I love the weather. You guys know that.
Of course.
Sports cards. I love baseball. I love the play sports. I enjoy just sitting on the front porch reading a 1952 magazine. I got too many hobbies and passions, but in order for that to translate to me in a card shop, is I want variety. Variety will sell me in a shop.
Yeah.
Because I'll give you one example.
Organized variety.
Yes,
It's gotta be organized.
yes. I mean, I like white milk, chocolate milk, strawberry milk. I love all the flavor. No, I want that response. I just want that variety because, and again, one of the great examples, me and a buddy, we took a few days. We went around to the different shops. We went into one that we loved because of a lot of the things that we just talked about: organization, the variety. I know
friendliness,
more. I no more went through an 800 count box of WNBA cards and pulled a lot of good ones, and then I went to basketball, and then I seen a box that says Star Wars. So I pulled out the Star Wars box. My goodness, I probably spent about half of my week of time and money just going through all the Star Wars cards. We got a big old nice handful of it. I bought some soccer.
Nice.
I mean, I love that variety because I love all the sports out there, and I have so many interests. So variety, I think, would be a very key thing to see in a hobby shop as well.
And I agree. And you and I are working on opening up our hobby shop, and we're taking a lot of these very our own ideas of our favorite hobby shops, and we're incorporating them into our store. So when you come in, we want to make sure that everything is well lit, well priced, easy to read, easy to find, and some friendly guys behind the counter to help you out a little bit too is a big thing. But if there's something out there that we haven't mentioned that you would like to see in a hobby shop, let us know, because we like to hear your input and your feedback, and we can incorporate it right into Wax the Slabs cards and collectibles.
Absolutely, and I'm kind of anxious to hear what others think when they go into a shop. Now, granted, we might not be 100,000 square foot building, but I think both you and I both have worked our tails off to have a nice experience for people to be able to come in, sit down, and be able to go through a wide variety of cards, and like you said, well, I if you don't mind, Clay, I wouldn't mind maybe putting a tip jar up on the counter for daily forecasts. As I told you, I have lots of passion. So if I can maybe make a couple bucks on a forecast, I might.
If someone says, "Hey, Subby," I mean, if it's anything like your Facebook page, you were going to be blown up with people asking you, "Hey, what's the weather going to do this weekend?"
I know. I bet you anything within the first couple of weeks of opening, I'm going to have one of the business owners somewhere on the square is going to peek their head in. They ain't going to want nothing other than the weather forecast for the rest of the day. Oh. But hey, that comes with the territory.
It comes with territory. When everybody knows you as Subby the Weatherman, you'll have to provide them a forecast.
I guess so. I'll do it.
I'm still confused why you don't tell me directly every day what the weather is.
Well, all you got to do is just open up your eyes and look on social media.
Or look outside.
Or look outside. Look out your window. You got a window, open it.
No, but that'll do it for this week's Wax to Slabs right here on YouTube, Facebook, and on our website at waxtoslabs.net. Thank you guys so much for joining this week. No rips, because we're very close, very, very close to opening the store. Hopefully next time we talk to you, we have a date in mind, or we might already be open. So you never know what's going to happen. We're just waiting on some stuff from the government and waiting on the state resort.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Yeah, getting our tax ID numbers and all that stuff lined out. But once we get there, we'll be open, and we'll show you a sneak peek. We might even start doing some sneak peeks on our Facebook page over the weekend and into the first part of September to give you an idea of what we're going to have in store for you when we do open the doors at Wax the Slabs.
I'm excited, Clay.
I'm very excited as well. Check us out online. Waxtoslabs.net is the website. That's where you can find a lot of cool pictures and all the archive audio and video for the podcast as well.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. And again, we appreciate all of the feedback that we've gotten on our Facebook page, all the comments, all the new followers. Make sure if you know a collector in your family or a neighbor or a friend, make sure you send them our way, because I know on our Facebook page as well as our website, we're going to be giving updates on new products that's going to be coming into the shop and the whole 9 yards. So we appreciate all the follows, and keep spreading the word.
Absolutely. Check us out. We appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Follow us, Wax2Slabs, on Facebook, on YouTube, and waxtoslabs.net on the old World Wide Web. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you next week. See ya.